Growing up as the oldest of three girls, I have always been taught that my position in the Jewish community was an important one. I was taught that when I grow up, I'll get the opportunity to be an active participant within my Jewish community. I was taught that I should always do whatever I can to be a part of and help to build that community, no matter where I live. So as a little girl, I always did. I followed my mom around at temple events trying to be helpful. I led the entire service at my bat mitzvah, and I joined 2 different youth groups when I was old enough. I worked at my Hebrew school and took on leadership positions within all my youth groups. I was proud to be a part of my Jewish community, and I enjoyed building relationships with my fellow Jews, both old and young. That was all before I went to Israel the summer before my junior year. The trip I went on was very observant and placed an emphasis on learning. What we chose to learn, however, was up to us, and I chose to question what I saw. Why did I have to stand apart from men during prayers? Why was I segregated in a much smaller section without any access to a Torah during my visits to the Kotel? And why was I urged to dress in a modest fashion when I was surrounded by men in shorts? I debated with our rabbi while hiking through the Golan. I discussed with my female advisors while relaxing in the Dead Sea. And I chose not to settle. I took what I had learned and picked what made sense to me, but I also objected to things that to me appeared to be nonsense. Like many, I left the Promised Land with a different person than how I arrived. Yes, I had fallen in love with the land and its people, but for me it was more than that. I left that summer with a different viewpoint on my religion. During that summer, I had discovered the beauty that lies in the traditions of Orthodoxy. I had found the peace that comes in unplugging for Shabbat and the sense of calm that derives from praying 3 times a day. However, not everything stuck when I returned home. My shul had different views on women in Judaism, and it left me with big questions. Was it possible to be a proud feminist, yet still be religious? Many told me that I would have to compromise. I could either be a proud feminist and a somewhat observant Jew, or I could be an observant Jew and sacrifice some of my feminism. I was never satisfied with that. I think it is possible to be an observant Jew and to be a feminist. Many people have argued with me that Orthodox Judaism oppresses women, that as a proud feminist I would never be happy living that sort of life. However, from my perspective, the ideas of Orthodox Judaism and feminism support each other. Many feminists argue that women should be able to wear what they want. I'm a firm believer in the idea that school dress codes are harmful to young girls who shouldn't have to dress a certain way for their fellow classmates. And yet, as a teen, I'm often expected to be dressed in short shorts and crop tops. But as a feminist, isn't it my choice to choose to dress more conservatively? No matter how I dress, I'm doing it because I want to, not because I want to be judged by men or by society. So yes, I do believe that I can be an observant Jew and a proud feminist. While I have yet to find exactly where I can be a Jew and a feminist, I know that the option is the best one for me. Personally, my Judaism and my feminism always have and always will go hand in hand.